Join me as I add this super to the brood box, show you what type of super I got, what type of queen bee excluder I got, the setup, and how full or empty the brood box was when I added the super. I'll also explain why I did it, when I did it. So come along, sit down, relax, and enjoy the show. Today I'm adding the super to the beehive. It's been in 3-4 months. As you'll see, we had a disaster in amongst that, but we've recovered. These bees are doing exceptionally well. We've had a great wet season. Things are looking good. So I am going to add the super. What am I adding to it? Well, this is the queen excluder. I chose stainless steel, plastic frame, and I've also got this extra entry exit point. Theory is it'll allow the workers to go directly in and out of the super without having to go into the bottom and go all the way up through this in. Will it work? Won't it? If it doesn't work, beauty is I can just close it and we're done. Our super. This one is an AutoHive. AutoHive is basically that sort of setup, and what we've got is synthetic honeycomb. As you can see, it's designed to drain out. You take that off, you put your key in, it twists it, and what happens to the honeycomb, don't know if you can see, you probably see it better on that camera, the honeycomb shifts, and what it does is it cracks the cap and the wax, allowing the honey to drain out through the drain hole. I've added screws to the end so that when they're installed, it forces them all to line up neatly, especially on the end you're draining this end. As you can see, it's got a viewing window, U-Butte, not to be confused with that other hive setup. This is an AutoHive. There is another version called the Flow Hive. There probably are even more versions now. Here we go. On top, I'm going to put a mesh. I'm going to put it this way because we are in quite tropical conditions and it does get quite warm. We don't get zeros, they're very rare. I'm going to add this just to help them regulate the temperature during these hotter tropical summers, wet seasons. Now I can always take it off, put a normal lid on during the dry season or winter. Here we go. Okay, so as you can see, they're looking pretty good. Very, very active hive. So, here we go. Top off, I can check we don't have any strange things growing in here, crawling in here. Hopefully this comes off. Oop, that's glued it on. That's a good sign when it's glued on. Okay, let's get this cover off. What do we got? 1, 2, 3. So they're halfway through building their brood box. So 5 of the frames are fully done. Really looking good. The queen excluder on. And I'm going to leave the opening, the extra opening open for them. Now I'm going to put the super on. Ooh! Put it on the right way. Want this on the top. What's that, little bees? Like and subscribe. You heard them. The main goal is to get the top and the bottom lined up. You probably can see this queen bee excluder. There's a slight different size to it. Now, these auto hives, the outside dimensions are slightly different to the Langstrom hives. The internal is the same, it's just the outside is different. So that's why you see a bit of variance. Hasn't been a big problem for me. The bottom entry is a Langstrom size, and as you can see there is a subtle difference. I think it's going to work fine. That's our summertime frame. It's so easy. It's just too easy. Okay, there we go. We now have our super on our beehive. Now they can produce honey and store it at the top. We'll see how long it takes before we can start tapping honey. This is exciting times. I think the kids are going to enjoy this mesh on the outside, sitting, taking the cover off and watching things happen. For those interested, this is the tapping. I may very well make a little stand somewhere low down, some sort of setup to rest the jars. There's the access point for the key to unlock the AutoHives. Maybe got the roof on the wrong way. I think I do. We'll fix that. No. Spin it round, spin it round. Put it on. That looks better. Okay, let's see if it is better. Yeah. Okay, there we go. How easy is that? Anybody can keep these. Now I can tell you, it's worth it. It is so good. Oh, look at that. One's already trying to get into Super. Is it going to go in? It wants to. Ooh, almost. Yes. Yes. That is awesome. Straight in the top. Yes. Isn't that great? Like I said, it doesn't hurt to buy one of these queen excluders with the entry. Because if you don't want to use it, just close it. You got yourself a normal bee excluder. But the option's there then. You can open it up, give them direct access to go straight to the super and wax them up, put the honey in, cap them off. Might make a little platform for them, I think. The reason I got this different base is because I have this tray. This tray catches all the garbage and any hive beetles, little mongrel things. There's one. Come on, cracked him. So yeah, there you go. What I'll do is I'll give this another clean, recoat it with Vaseline, and I'm also going to put a hive beetle trap that I've got. I'll be back. A few moments later, mate. Oh yeah, so I've just given it a quick clean off. Don't need to go overboard. The bees don't make contact with this tray. And I use Nature's Own. I'm going to have to get more Vaseline. And I just give it a little rub. The idea with the Vaseline is any nasties that might get in will get stuck to the Vaseline. Some people go overboard and really smear it out, spread it out nicely. I mean, if I had some disposable gloves, I might have done that, but I found Vaseline is pretty ruthless when it comes to any of the hive beetles, things like that. Now what I've got here is a hive beetle attractant and trap. So that's will attract the hive beetles. Just chuck it in there and close it off. There we go. This hive is ready to grow. One last job. Because we are in the tropics and we've just had one cyclone go north of us, and we now have another off the coast, probably going to go south of us. I take the extra precaution of strapping the hive down. As you can see, I use the best quality straps. The ones that aren't good enough to hold stuff down, but they're good enough for this. What I've done is old trampoline spring, I've added that. So A, I can't over tighten it, and B, a little bit of give. I decided to make one more thing for these little fellas. Make a little ramp for them, just to make life easier. Hopefully it'll work. Little step there for them. And the same on this side. Just a little step for them. Don't bite me, guys and girls. There we go. Now you got a little landing pad to go straight in. We'll see if it works. Here's why I put the Super on, even though the brood box wasn't full. It was just over halfway. Productivity has increased. It was probably 2/3 of this amount yesterday. Today it's just bumped up. Earlier they were chockers with pollen, just one after the other coming in. I know a lot of people say you have to wait till your frames are full, blah blah blah. I chose not to. I think I'm being rewarded for it. Time will tell. I've only been stung once. That's my own stupid fault, because I was checking the box without the protective gear. And all I did was lift that lid up a little bit and one went straight onto my hand. There's our setup, and it's working. If you're interested, search AutoHives. If you want to go next level and you've got some moolah, check Flow Hives. I'm going to leave these fellas be, and I'll see you all later. Bye. Join me. Don't be scared. Thank you for being a friend. Things are... Let me out! The type of queen bee excluder, the type of Super I got. No, it's crap. We got little bees. Pardon me. That's my own stupid fault. Just thump. Just thump. That's the queen bee excluder.